Pase Chingus, it's your girl Kathleen, aka Castadine, aka Sudin, and welcome back to another episode of Sudin Soapbox. Get into it. Here on Sudin Soapbox is where we talk about all things love, life, and the plot twist that comes with both. How y'all doing, family? We are here for a bonus episode of Sudden Soapbox. Cause guess what, guys? It's my birthday! So yes, I'm so excited. I mean, currently recording this a week before my birthday, but by the time this comes out, it'll officially be my birthday. I am so excited. Your girl is 38. Okay. Let's back up just a little bit. All right. If you are a new listener, welcome. This is a bonus episode. So thanks for checking in today. If you are a returning listener, again, you know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you kicking it with your girl. This episode, we are doing things a little different because, again, it is a bonus episode. I like to do bonus episodes specifically around my birthday and kind of just take this time to be reflective, you know what I mean? Be a little deep, but at the same time, be a little celebratory because I get to see another year of life, celebrate one chapter closing and embracing a new chapter opening. And so, yeah, I just want to take some time and just reflect, child, and just talk to y'all about my birthday because it's a holiday, okay? And because it's my holiday, I'm giving y'all permission to get you some cake, some cupcakes, or child, if you have health issues, you know, like you diabetic or something like that, you know, don't eat too much sugar. I don't know. Eat a sugar-free cupcake or a sugar-free cookie. Child, I don't know. I don't know. Just celebrate with me, okay? Cheers. So yeah, I just can't believe we are here. I don't know, for some people they're like, what are you talking about? And I also know that some people don't really care about their birthdays like that, but I do, because the reality is, like, life is already dismal, okay? And while some people don't really celebrate their birthdays because they have bad memories behind it, or they've never been around anyone who celebrates their birthday like that, I have always found my birthday a reason to celebrate. Just because from the time I was a kid, right? Like, my mom would take me to Dunkin' Donuts to go get a little munchkins to share with my classmates, or we would make, I remember as a kid, we would make cupcakes inside of the little ice cream cones, but it was a specific type of ice cream cones, not the triangle ones, but like the circular ones, child. I don't know. It was like real old school 90s ones. But yeah, we used to make cupcakes inside of those and bring them to my classmates. So like the birthdays for me have always just been something special. And I've just carried that into my adulthood, where my birthday, if I can, I take the week off. Okay. 9 times out of 10, I do not work on my birthday. I think the only time I worked was when I was in Korea, just because I loved celebrating my birthday with the kids, because they always just made it really special for me. Being around my students, they would bring me cards, they would bring me little like snacks and foods, and just would be really creative with like different gifts that they would bring me, that it just felt nice to just be around my kids to celebrate. So I think those 4 years was the only time I didn't actually like take off on my birthday. And then afterwards I would hang out with the teachers and we would go do Korean barbecue, and child, I would be litty, okay? I would get lit. So I've always just found my birthday just a fun time to be celebratory. I wish, honestly, I could celebrate it the entire month. Like, ideally, once the Lord blesses me and my pockets with some good coin, that's what I really want to do, is like every weekend I'm doing a different activity for my birthday. And whether it's activities by myself, whether it's activities with friends, activities with, you know, my family or my sister or whatever, like, and then it just all lead up to like one big event for my actual birthday. But I just love, and again, this is just me. I know there are some people that their birthday comes and they go and it's just another day for them. But let's be honest, like, with the way the world is, at least take the time to just sit and be grateful and thankful that you get to see another day and another year, because let's be honest, not a lot of us, I just told y'all in the last episode, Diane Keaton and D'Angelo left us, okay? life is fleeting. Life is too short to just not celebrate the little and the big things, which include birthdays. But listen, I'm not about to tell y'all what to do. I know as for me and my house, we gonna celebrate the birthdays. And so I am just super excited. And by the time this episode drops, your girl is going to be in California for her birthday. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so stinking excited. I have never been to California. First of all, I've never been to the West Coast ever. Like, I think being in Oklahoma, this is the furthest I have ever been, like, living wise. Like, I've been to St. Louis to go visit a friend for like a couple days for, I think, like Memorial Day. That was probably the furthest I had ever traveled within the US. But like living wise, this is the furthest I have ever lived. So to be able to go to California, like, I'm stinking excited. So my sister has a work trip and I volunteered myself to be her plus one because she happened to be going during my birthday, because she happened to be going during my birthday. And I think she was debating as to whether she wanted to go because of that, the timing. And I was like, girl, I'll just come with you and we'll just go to Disney. Because if you know me, I'm a Disney kid. I'm a Disney kid inside a Disney adult body, okay? I freaking love Disney. So I'm like, to get to experience Disneyland for the very first time, why the hell not? So I got my little outfit. I was like, when I tell you I'm excited, I'm like showing all 32 teeth as I record this right now. I'm dressing up as Princess Tiana. I only have two desires, is to ride the Haunted House Mansion for Nightmare Before Christmas, because if you know me, you know I love me some Nightmare Before Christmas. It is both a Halloween and a Christmas movie in this household. I want to ride that and I want to meet Princess Tiana. I want to meet Princess Tiana dressed as Princess Tiana, okay? So I am looking for that, and then to eat all the food. Like, eat all the food I can eat. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have any plans for California. I'm gonna spend most of it, like, during the day. My sister's gonna be working, obviously, so like I need to figure out what I'm gonna be doing during the day, like if I'm gonna like hop into Ubers and Lyfts and kind of explore California. I have a couple of friends that I think live close. Child, California is big, so like the people that I think live close really live like 4 or 5 hours away. So I'm gonna hit a couple of my friends up, find out how close they are to me, and see if we can link up. If not, it's not a big deal. I will explore and, you know, make my way downtown walking fast and figure it out. But going to California, going to Disney, I am so freaking excited. And it's just so surreal because this time last year, I just was depressed. I just, like, if you obviously have been following this podcast since I did my official return this year, you know that last year was just not the vibe for me. Last year, I was struggling mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the leads, including Bruce and Jet, and it just was hard. I was angry at my situation. I was angry at God. I just was angry at a lot of things. Like, I just couldn't understand why God would bring me here, and then it just felt like the well ran dry. Like, everything up until the point of moving here was a clear green light. Like, my sister and I like to say that God was moving on some Amazon Prime. Like, everything was just moving with such quickness, like moving in just such a like ease that it was like obvious, like, okay, God, you want us to be here. And then the moment we got here, everything just came to a halt. That it was just like, excuse me, what's going on? And so it just led to just a frustration and an anger that, yeah, by the time my birthday came around, like, everybody was asking me, like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I was like, child, I don't know. Like, I really don't care. Like, I think I wanted to like go out of town. That couldn't happen. I wanted to, like, there was just a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do, but it just, every plan fell through. And don't get me wrong, my birthday was still nice. Like, my best friend and her daughter came up to see me and we got to go have ramen together and spend time. So that was just a nice little surprise get together. And then my sister and I went out to PF Chang, and you know what I mean? Like, that was just like a nice little get together. But I just remember in my mind, I just was like, it just didn't feel like a celebratory time for me at all. So it just feels like comical that here we are a year later and it's a complete 180. And it just goes to show that God has a sense of humor, because really you just be like, in a year from now, your situation can completely change. And not even just a year, right? A month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, literally again, a year from now, your whole situation can change. And you could be like, dang, like I was down and out, and yet a whole 365 days later, and here I am. And it's just like crazy to me. And I think I just needed to remind myself that, because I'm a Scorpio. I'm gonna be a bit emotional. Like, I know people like to say Scorpios are like very vengeful and angry, and that we don't have a heart, we don't have any emotions and things like that. I like to say, or I like to believe, that I am an evolved and healing Scorpio, and that I am a little bit more in touch with my emotions and my feelings. Because yesterday I had a whole little cry fest, just about like, I am very much happy and thankful about where I am and how things are so much better. And yet there are still things that I desire, right? I thought that by 38, I would be married, I would have kids, I would have been a lot more settled in my career. And I mean, I know the career thing kind of changed over the years and things like that, but yeah, I just thought I would be a lot more settled in my purpose and in my desires and the things that I wanted. And I think for me, like, that felt frustrating to know that, like, yeah, I just felt like every year that passes, it felt like, oh, these dreams and desires that I have, every year that passes, like, that's slipping through my grasp. And I know that's not true. It's just like, that's how I felt. And yeah, I'm like, I still feel like that. Well, I don't still feel like it's slipping through my grasp. It's just that I know, like, I still want to be married. Again, even with the hellhole of a country that we're in right now, I still desire to be married. I still want to be a mom. Like, I've always desired to be a mom. I think now my desire for being a mom is a lot different than, say, when I wanted to, like, in my early 30s or like my late 20s when I wanted to be a mom. Like, I don't take motherhood lightly. I don't think anybody should take motherhood or being a parent lightly in any way, shape, or form. And I think as I've been going through therapy and as I've been listening to my sister as she's taking this emotional intelligence course, and we've been like swapping notes and things like that, I recognize a lot of the pains and wounds that I have from my parents that I do not want to pour onto my own children. That these are the things that, like, daily I'm praying that I do not inflict on my own children. So I know I said, like, I want to be a mom, but I'm also like, I walk into wanting to be a mom with like trembling hands, like knowing that this is the life of someone that I have to like care for, hoping that they don't turn out to be like some of the crazy people we're seeing on the internet spew and spitting vitriol and hateful rhetoric and things like that. Obviously, I would like to believe that that's not my kid, because that's not how I speak. But still, it's just like, we live in a crazy world. So I definitely don't take motherhood lightly. And I also don't take marriage lightly. I think people sometimes want marriage to be for, you know, companionship or to complete them. Like, people say like, oh, you complete me. And I won't say I never, but I think as I've gotten older, I realized that my husband was never intended to complete me. They were intended to complement me. And I think as I've gotten older, I've recognized that, because, child, I wanted to be married in my mid-20s. And I realized the way I was in my 20s, I would be divorced right now. I would either be divorced or probably in jail, one of the two, because the toxic ways in which I behaved and moved in my 20s, like both in college and after college, I was in no way ready to be somebody's wife. Like, I was in no way ready to be like in a committed relationship in that way. I think I had a lot of insecurities that I thought that marriage would be able to fix or to heal in some way. And yeah, God was like, about that. You're going to have to deal with that with me and not with a man. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I still desire all of those things, but I think my desire for those things have changed as I've gotten older. So I think I can appreciate me being 38, and at whatever point that I do end up being married and having a kid, I think I'm glad it would be me at 38 versus me at 28, because I don't think I would have properly stewarded or handled marriage and children in the way that I would like to believe that I would. Anyways, moving on from all that, like, I didn't mean to get all deep on that, but yeah, I'm just I'm just excited. But like I said, I can also just look back and recognize just how things have changed. And even like I said, the career thing, right? I wish that I would have been a lot deeper in my career, but I also recognize that like I went on a roller coaster journey because I thought I wanted to be in the music industry and wanted to own my own record label and do all of those things. And then I decided I wanted to pivot into something else. And only for me to now recognize, like all along from college, I wanted to be a sexologist. And now I'm trying to, do all of that. Which, speaking of, I have a special announcement. You get to hear it first. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm sorry. I'm just really, really excited today. But for all of my listeners, you get to hear it first. As of today, my birthday, I am officially launching my baby, which is my sexology business called Sex in Context. Yay! Confetti, confetti, confetti. So I have been working on this for a long time. If y'all know, I've been talking about having a mentor, which had been walking with me through getting my feet in the water in terms of how do I step out of the boat essentially in becoming a sexologist. Obviously, I don't have that title officially because I don't have any degrees behind my name. I don't have any letters yet, in Jesus' name. But for now, I'm just going to consider myself as a Christian intimacy advocate. So your girl that's my new title for now. So we're gonna do baby steps. So you can officially call me your Christian intimacy advocate. I'm gonna find a cute way to dub it in a way, but for now, yes. But I have officially launched Sex in Context. So what that is my sexology ministry business where we are redeeming. So I am officially going to launch Sex in Context, which is basically my sexology business. It is where intimacy meets truth, grace, and wholeness. And basically, it's going to be a space where I want Black and brown women to be able to redeem the truth about sex, to restore their voices, their stories, their bodies, and also reclaim their desires. Because at the end of the day, my desire is that we do not run from intimacy. We walk out in truth and embrace wholeness in God's timing. And so I am just so excited to be able to put this out into the world. Now, y'all be nice, y'all be kind, because this is all new for me. This is me taking the step out of the water in faith. But yeah, I wanted to do I guess you can say soft launch, official launch. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I have been posting it on my regular page, my personal page, but I wanted to pivot and create a professional page that is solely dedicated to the sexology journey that I am taking and to share the knowledge and the wisdom and the nuggets that I am learning with you all. And so I wanted to introduce it to you guys first. So if you are hearing this for the first time. You can find my page on Instagram. My TikTok will still be the same. It'll be Sodium Soapbox, but a lot of the content will be a mélange, which is Creole for like a mix, I think. I don't know the English word for mélange. Like, I know there's an English word that says mélange, but it just doesn't fit the same. Anyways, it's going to be a mélange of like the podcast information. It's going to be me chatting about the sexology stuff, what I'm learning. If you recall in the last episode, I talked about wanting to break down a lot of our favorite romance movies. My sister and I have put together a list of some of those romance movies that I think we're going to make it like a series. It's probably going to be pretty in depth, but I'm actually excited about that. And so, yeah, I'm excited. So not only is it my birthday, but it's the birthday of my baby. Sex in Context. Treat her nice, treat her kindly. And yeah, I wanted to put that in the world. Shout out to my mentor, the Brittany Broaddus Smith, aka the Intimacy Firm. She has been the most amazing mentor like ever. If it wasn't for her, I think if it wasn't for her and my business mentor, Ashley, I do not think I would have been able to come to this point in time in my life And yeah, I just am thankful that I have some amazing women that are behind me, that encourage me, that push me. Shout out to my sister because, she also encouraged me and all the things. And so, yeah, I don't think I would have gotten to this place in my life if it wasn't for, just the team of people that have been behind me, pushing me, praying for me, encouraging me. Ooh, told y'all I'm emotional Scorpio, so now I'm about to cry. If it wasn't for my friends in my village and my community who constantly pray for me and cover me, and just even when I didn't believe in myself, they believed in me. And they had enough faith for me when I didn't have enough faith for myself. Even with putting out sex in context, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm scared. I don't know what God has for me for this business, for any of the things that I'm putting out here, even this podcast, right? I'm sitting here just speaking to a mic. I don't know who's listening. I don't know who's not. I could be talking to myself, right? I could be doing all of this for just myself and nobody else listens, right? But I think the major take back is that I'm trying to be obedient and just trusting that in being obedient and doing it anyway, that God will reward me, God will honor my work, and that I will reap the fruits of it down the line. Maybe next month, maybe next year, maybe 5 years from now. All I know is that this is probably the first time in a very long time that I am just so happy. And yes, like I said, I don't have the husband. I don't have the kids. I don't have the multiple streams of income yet. But I know that the same way my life has changed and turned around in a whole 365 days, I believe that this time next year, the next 365 days, my next birthday, that God is going to do exceedingly abundantly above all I could ever ask or think. And I just ask that my life be an example, be a testimony, be the whatever you need to believe that if he could do it for me, a regular girl from Jersey who is just trying to figure it out, that he can do it for you too. And so I said I wasn't going to talk long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much. Thank you for just being a continual listener. Thank you for hanging out with your girl. Thank you for your love and your support and just being here with me. Again, thank you for celebrating my birthday with me. I would really appreciate it if you would show both of my pages love. That's SORINS_SOAPBOX for both Instagram and TikTok, and then my new page, Sex in Context. That's SEXINCONTEXT. Come show your girl some love. Let me know if you find my page, my new page from this podcast. Let me know. Tell your girl hey. And yeah, wish me happy birthday as well, because don't be rude. But I love you for real. Thank you for hanging out with your girl. And until next time, your girl is off her soapbox. See ya.